my name is Margaret Stewart. It's not Margaret Stewart. I just love Martha Stewart. I really like doing laundry, and so I was gonna talk about my love of laundry and how I do my laundry. To start, I sort laundry from the get-go. I know people do darks and lights. If I have a lot of darks and lights, then I'll separate that. But I mostly do linens and clothing and pet blankets. And the order that I'll wash things will be linens first. When I wash linens, I do it at a higher temperature. I'll often throw in a scoop of OxiClean. And if I only have a few items, I'll do it on the express wash. If I have a lot, I'll do normal wash. I go through a lot of towels. I use 2 washcloths a day. I use a couple hand towels in the kitchen a day. I like to keep my towels refreshed. I think they hold on to bacteria. And I also have a whole selection of rags that I also wash separately. So first I'll do the linens, and then I'll wash my day-to-day clothes. Those are in a cold water wash. If I have a lot, I'll separate it by color. I have 2 laundry detergents I like. Tide Free and Clear is fantastic. It's everything out. BioClean Free and Clear is one I've been using for years. I'm currently shifting away from it. I don't know that it's as thorough as I'd like in getting out the bacteria. If things are kind of funky, then I will use a warmer wash with OxiClean. And this is also really powerful and really good. It's added during the rinse cycle. It's Lysol laundry sanitizer because I'm of a belief that when you wash everything, it makes like a smoothie of all the bacteria and then everything is soaked in it. Tip from my friend Felicia that I like to do is when you wash, I like to add a little bit of soaking time if it's especially dirty. I have the OxiClean in there, and that helps out a lot. So I've got the clothes and the linens, pet blankets I like to do regularly. We have 4 pets. They collect a lot of hair. I think it's important to keep things in rotation. I'll wash those on a hotter setting. And then after I wash all the pet blankets, then I throw in a washing machine tablet, and I'll just clean the entire washing machine. And if I collect enough rags, then I'll do those too. Rags I do on a sanitizing cycle with the OxiClean or the sanitizer, and then I dry them on extra high heat. These are little rags I've made that are one side just 100% cotton and one side towel sewed together. Really handy, and it's been moving us away from using paper towels. And then after it's washed, it's important to promptly dry it. My favorite way to dry things is with this drying rack. I really like this one. Got it from IKEA. I replaced the same drying rack that I've had for years. Let's see. I've been using the same drying rack since I was 17. So currently I have some linens drying that I already dried in the dryer for about 10-15 minutes. I do that often with my clothes, especially my clothes and my special linens. Like Japanese washcloth or linen. It's great when it's hot. You shake it out and it helps decrease wrinkles. But I will often put things in the dryer, especially clothes, get them going, get them warm, and then I'll hang them up. That saves energy. It also makes my clothes last longer. Better for the environment. But by putting in the dryer for a bit, it can help remove pet hair, and it also releases the wrinkles. I feel better. I think it keeps my clothes from getting too wrinkled. It also speeds up the process. We have a dehumidifier going in the basement at almost all times, and that especially helps everything dry out. Linens I'm more likely to just send through the dryer the entire cycle. Clothes, I almost always like to hang them up partway through, with the exception of underwear and certain socks and certain t-shirts that I don't care about, and pajamas. I like my I really like my clothes. Treating things for stains is really important. You don't want your clothes to start looking funky. The biggest tip for that is first do it right away. The second you get the stain, throw it in the washing machine or spot treat it and then stain it. I use this a lot. I also, the OxyClean powder, it's so good. It works really well. And then a quick Google search on if you use hot water or cold water. Another really good one, especially on the tablecloth. If I get a stain, I'll immediately shoot on some Dawn detergent and rub that in. If I get like an oily stain, I'll immediately treat it. Otherwise, things set. Then I'll wash it and I'll air dry it so I can make sure the stain's out, because I don't want to put it in the dryer and set it. Other things I like to regularly wash are bath mats. This is a big one. I will soak these, again, in OxyClean in the washing machine. I think that these collect a lot of bacteria by being on the bathroom floor and pet dander, and just things from the toilet when you flush, and I think it's really important to keep them nice and fresh. Smells like nothing, which is a goal. I don't like scented laundry. Fun thing, I also love it when I have enough to do an orange load, which I had a bunch of orange stuff recently. What are some other things for laundry? I also end up hand washing a lot of things. Hand washing makes things last forever. This is my soaking tub. I also use this to pre-test to see if things will bleed ink, the dye. I'll put a new item of clothing in here with water and I'll soak it for like 30 minutes, and that's enough to see if the dye will come out, in which case I will treat it with vinegar or wash it on its own until I know that it's not going to leak out. When I hand wash, my favorite detergent that I use is called Soak. It is scented yuzu, but it's really effective. I like it because you don't have to rinse it out. You give it a 15-minute soak. I do try and rinse it out, but if it doesn't all get out, it's okay. 15 minutes is enough to just release the oils and the dirt, and get it nice and fresh. Of course, you have your tech wash for regular washing of your jackets. And I like my clothes to be clean, and I like to wash things that might be forgotten, but they're not forgotten in this house. Currently what's happening here, why it's quiet, is I have it on the soak mode. What did I put in here? Oh yeah, this is my bed sheets from when I was sick, so I really want to get those clean. In the dryer, I have linens. It's best to fold them as soon as they're done. It just makes everything crisper. I use a lot of pillowcases. I change my pillowcase every night, so 2 washcloths, a pillowcase. I use a lot of linen napkins, which just creates a lot of laundry to do, but I like doing laundry. It brings me a lot of pleasure. So that's my talk on laundry.